Hello.
I'm nowhere near my mic, but I am Ash.
And I'm Fatima.
And this is
Fatash.
Were we here last week? I feel like
No. Last week was Memorial Day.
The fuck did I even do on Memorial Day?
I had lots of barbecue.
Oh, I wish. No, I helped a friend move into their new place, which was frustrating only for me in the sense that, like, when you're unpacking during a move, you ever feel not accomplished even though you've essentially accomplished it?
I've never unpacked in an efficient way. It's always been like the only time that I unpacked completely and responsibly is when I hired someone to organize my place.
Oh man. Okay. Well.
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
I've only moved. Okay, I'm counting when I moved into my dorm, because that, it was a small dorm, but it still required organization. So I moved. It was freshman year. So like all 4 years of college, and by like my 4th year, it was always annoying too, because they'd be like I had the same room all 4 years, but yet I still had to pack up all my shit every year. And by like junior, senior year, I started getting real bare bones. I'm like, yeah, this was cute, all the posters and shit, but I'm trying to be efficient when we get up out of here on graduation day. So by like, junior year, senior year, I just had like just the bare minimum to feel lived in and got the fuck out. When I moved into my first apartment, I didn't have a lot of stuff yet, like no real big furniture yet. I didn't have a whole lot of books. A lot of my stuff from like college and high school was still packed up from my last move anyway. So by the time I did move, everything was already packed and ready to go, and everything I didn't have yet was being shipped incrementally to my apartment. So it's like the first big piece of furniture I got was like my couch, and that was like click and play essentially. It was like one big box, take the 2 pieces out, stuff the pillows, boom, be ready to go. But my friend, I don't know where all this shit has come from, because I only visited her room like once. Like, she shared a room with her mom and an aunt, and I'm just like, where, you ain't have your own place, you've got enough boxes and shit here for like a 2-bedroom house, which that's what she has now. She's gonna have a roommate. But I'm like, where's your roommate stuff gonna go? Because like the kitchen cabinets alone are all of your like novelty mugs. So we need to organize that. And that's basically all I got done when I came over to help her move, was like unpacking all the boxes denoted as kitchen. And I look around me and I'm still surrounded by a sea of boxes. I'm like, I didn't accomplish anything. This doesn't feel like a house yet. And I'm just so used to my studio being done within like a day essentially. But to my credit, I didn't have a lot of shit, and I had my mom, my grandmom, and my aunt there to help unpack what I did have. And my mom is like type A when it comes to organizing, so she was able to organize a lot of stuff early on. I even have a house Bible. She put all of my like instructions for shit in a binder that just says House Bible, and it's like, it's tabbed and everything. It has like clip art on the front that says House Bible with a little house on the front and shit.
Oh, what's in your house Bible? What goes in there?
Everything. So that's warranties for furniture, instructions on how to build different things in it, and then she has it organized by like electronics, living room, kitchen type stuff. So
that is amazing. That's nice.
It's definitely handy. I will probably be referring to it when I do move again one day. But yeah, it's just, I wanted my friend's house to feel more like a house, like a home when I got done, but I didn't accomplish that. Like, again, the kitchen was done essentially, but like she's got so much stuff. ugh. And then like her roommate came over that day, and we were like, at least trying to set up the TV, even though they don't have like an entertainment center for it yet. But we couldn't find the power cord, and we're both, me and her roommate are like, where's the power cord for the TV? Why wasn't it packed with the TV? She has it in like, God knows where it is, but it's in some other box or bag full of other cords. I'm like, girl, what are we doing? Why isn't it wrapped around the TV? That's how I packed my TV. Like,
yeah, but you sound organized, or like you learned it from maybe your mom.
I mean, I did, but like my friend is supposed to be somewhat organized. At least that's how she seems, the way she talks. But then like you see it in action, and it's like,
no,
girl, what?
You can't tell by looking at a person.
No, not looking at. I mean, the way she talks, like the way she explains things, of how she'll have like her documents organized. I thought, the packing would be somewhat similar. No, like even her books, she like packed up her books and her DVDs and labeled the boxes as books, DVDs, but did not label alphabetically which books and DVDs they were. So it's like, girl, why didn't you denote which one of these books were, A through D and these are E through
Because
Z?
maybe she envisioned that when she unpacks the book, she'll unpack all of the books at once, so it won't
But even when you
matter.
unpack them all at once, I want the box to be like, unbox this box first. Like, this is books 1, books 2, books 3. Like, but that's just me. I need a certain sense of order.
I would never get my books boxed up if I did that.
I have a bookshelf, and all of my stuff is organized alphabetically already. So
that is great for you.
Yours isn't?
Hell no.
You ain't got a bookshelf?
I got a bookshelf. It's got books on it.
You ain't. Oh, what?
The end. I just put them on there.
What?
According to like all the big books of a certain size.
Did
I want them all
Arthur
together.
teach you nothing?
And then I've got little books. I never saw Arthur.
You never watched Arthur? The Dewey Decimal System episode?
I was great at the Dewey Decimal System. I still am. I can find whatever I need to in the library, but am I bringing that home?
I mean, it's the basic Dewey Decimal, just alphabetical.
I'm not doing that because I don't want my little books being swamped by my big books.
Oh my God. You organize them by size?
By size.
Oh my God. I mean, I guess that's an order in and of itself, but I'm looking at my shelf now. My shelf is...
Because I don't want my little books getting lost.
They won't get lost. What are you talking about?
I don't want them getting lost. I want my big...
Girl.
And then, but I do label, if I end up putting some little books in boxes, I want to not forget that my little books are in there. And so, like, there'll be a little note card on the outside of it, and it'll say, like, what books or DVDs are in this box.
I'm looking at my shelf now, and all of my quote-unquote little books that aren't my manga, because some of my manga are a little taller than other manga, by like an inch sometimes.
No, I've got big books, and I've got little small books, and I want to be able to see all of my books.
Oh my God. I need a bigger bookshelf. I have a lot of my books that are like stacked sideways behind, like if I finish the series, then it's stacked sideways behind the other continuing series. I've got like 3 totes of completed books that are on my, I have a staircase that has shelving built into it. How many of those totes do I have? I don't even, like, aesthetically, I don't like how that looks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got at least 4 totes worth of completed series on a side shelf, not including all the books I have stacked sideways and
I have given like
yellow
packing boxes of books to the half price bookstore just to like get rid of them because they're such a hassle to move.
That is what I dread most about my next move. Or the books.
The books are heavy.
The
books are gonna add to your bill. Yeah.
Girl.
Or bust down your back, whichever way
Girl,
you choose to do it.
It's bad. It's a lot of books. It's a lot. I have more books than I do DVDs. And that's the main reason why I want to move. Well, top 5 reasons why I want to move. I want all my books clearly displayed. Like, even if I have my completed books in like my bedroom, so I can better utilize my shelving on my staircase. It's frustrating just thinking about the move that it's not gonna happen for at least another year. At least, but now I know how parents feel. Well, not really, but I can only imagine how parents of humans and parents of pets feel when they're looking for a new home. They're like, oh, I need space for this, and I need a backyard, and the layout of your place is so important, because like, okay, I've got all this open plan, but like, now I got an open plan, so then it's like I gotta build false walls or figure out where I'm gonna put my desk, or where's the light source in this room. Actually, my aunt found a condo for me. It's still pretty expensive, but it would be through like the Chicago Housing Trust, so I would get it. No, I think that price was subsidized. It's like $216,000, but it's in the Loop, downtown Chicago, where like other units are going for upwards of $700,000. If not, there's a 3-bedroom that's going for like $1.7 million. Oh, there was a lot of decimal places. I'm pretty sure that was like at least a 1 million, but it was like 3 bedrooms. So I'm like, yeah. But for a million, I better have some damn real estate. Like, I'm not buying a 1.7 million 3-bedroom condo, and I ain't got no backyard. And I'm on the 3rd floor. I'm not even on the top floor. That was my aunt now. But there's like a whole process I gotta go through to try to buy this spot, and it's not even that much bigger than my current place. The layout is just, it's just in a prime spot downtown. I would finally have a balcony, and it has an in-unit washer and dryer, but then it has like concrete walls, and I'm like, now I gotta get mountain shit for my pictures, and I need to tour it. I need to actually tour it and be in the space and be like, I can work with this. But moving is such a fucking hassle. I hate thinking about it.
Yeah.
I hate it. Are you gonna move, or you just gonna stay with your parents until forever?
I don't know. I have to get... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the plan is yet.
Yeah, it's... Because I don't knock anyone who's still living with their parents in this day and age. Like, when we were younger...
Oh, no. You're saying still, as if I never left.
Yeah, it's like, well, no, because you had your own place for a little bit, and then you moved back home.
Not a little bit. More than a little bit.
Either way, I've only had my own place for like maybe 7 years at this point, and the idea of moving back in, absolutely not. I can't do it. I can't give up this freedom that I have to do what I want, when I want, decorate the way I want. Like, I can't go back to that. But I understand those who do for financial reasons. It's like, it's hard out here.
Yeah.
It's hard out here. Like,
financial reasons. And I was just talking to Mike about my last apartment. I have to figure out what I'm going to do career-wise. And I can't pay any more dues. Like, I can't...
Like HOAs?
No, I can't be poor anymore, like, is what I'm telling you. Like, I can't be at an apartment that's run down and has issues. And I don't want to talk shit about the last apartment that I was at, because I am grateful to the owner that he did not raise my rent a whole bunch of times, or even by a lot. He raised my rent by like $40 once in the 5 years that I was there.
Oh, that's nice.
Also, I got my full deposit back without any questions asked. Yeah, and he let me give only like 2 weeks notice that I like 2 or 3 weeks notice that I wanted to move.
Oh, you had a saint.
So,
What?
like I said, like it had its issues, but
Yeah.
due to those, I don't want to experience any, but it
Yeah.
had its issues, and I don't want to experience that ever again in life. And I know that the housing market and the renting market is absolutely ape shit right now. People
Yeah.
like, I have a cousin in New York whose rent got raised by like $500 or some shit like that, and it's just kind of like I can't even imagine.
It's like
So,
dating. It's
so
like dating. It's like,
yeah, but I hate that too. So
I know. I know. It's nothing in this world where you have to like try to get all of your wants and needs met. It's
but
gonna be
also
easy.
I don't have. But it always has been easy before I decided to go to grad school, is like what I've been saying. It always has been absolutely fucking easy. And now it's not. So I'm going to take my time until it can be easy again because I have enough money. When you have enough money, I assure you, it is really fucking easy.
Oh yeah.
My,
When you
my
have
first
your own
apartment,
money?
my first apartment that I got was like, well, it was in like Appleton, Wisconsin, but still, like, I had a job as a drug rep. I had a 2-bedroom apartment with a balcony, and like they also like raised my rent one time for like $30 or something like that, and it was like $730 a month.
$730 a month
2-bedroom
for
and a
a
balcony
2-bedroom.
on the second floor and a balcony, and I
Bitch.
rarely heard my neighbors.
Girl, that's how much I was paying about when I first got my studio in Chicago. Not even downtown Chicago. We're talking like literally on the border of the suburbs, near the end of the red line. $730 some odd dollars. No balcony. No in-unit washer and dryer.
Oh yeah, there was an in-unit washer and dryer.
But you're also in fucking Wisconsin.
Full-sized bathtub, close to a. It was really close to a gym that had like tennis and stuff like that, and so I did that, and it also had like was really close to like trails and lakes and stuff like that too. And a Walmart and a grocery store and a Barnes and Noble.
Was it within walking distance or you had to drive?
So like to the tennis court, I drove half a mile, and I only had to drive because it wasn't a nice walk. They were like weird little roadways and stuff. And a like 3-minute drive to the Walmart, 5-minute drive to the Barnes and Noble.
Well, I also don't have a car, so
I had a company car. I didn't pay for gas or the car note or anything. Oh, and I had a garage.
I fucking hate you. I say,
what's the fucking hate me for? All I'm saying is that you're like, oh, it's not easy, and it's like, yes, it is. If you have enough money.
If you have enough, you saying have enough money, but it was only $735 rent. That's not about having enough money. I got that. It's just the market in general.
No, but I'm saying like you have to have enough money in comparison to the market. Like,
yeah,
if you can pay it easily, then you can have any kind of crazy ass demands that you want, and you'll get them, and you won't have to compromise.
Ain't that the fucking truth about life? I'm gonna send you a link to the condo that I'm looking at now. It's so nice. Like, I really do wish I just had enough money to just do what I need. Cause I don't mind saving up for the things I want. Like, I don't want to be rich. My baby brother apparently got a new tattoo that says "Get rich, die trying."
Oh, okay. I feel like I've seen that tattoo on
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a 50
somebody
Cent
richer.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you've got my niece, my sister.
And it'll be cute if he gets rich.
Then you got my niece with her on my sister's reels or whatever. She doing that thing where the kids, they take all their money and they just spread it out on their arm. Talking about, my daughter's showing me her allowance. I'm like, bitch, what? That cannot be her. That is not her allowance. I saw some 20s in there. I saw like at least like 100 in there. Like, she's 8? I'm pretty sure she's 8. I'm pretty sure she's not making that kind of money for allowance. Cause what the fuck is she even doing for allowance? Like, it just annoys me, the emphasis on money kids have at such a young age. Like, girl, why are you flashing your money like that? Why do you even have cash? The fuck? Only time I'm carrying cash is when I'm out of the country or at a convention. And even then, I do not like showing how much cash I have on me. Yeah. I'm like a little old lady digging in my purse, be like, okay, how much do I owe you? Okay, one. Here's $1. Like, you not gonna see how thick this roll is in my bag. I don't want to be a target. Yeah. The kids on social media just flashing all that damn money. I ought to steal that from her my damn self if I lived in the same state. Yeah, I heard you had a couple hundreds. Give me that. What you gonna do? I'm bigger than you. Oh, God. But anyway, back to Memorial Day. How was your cookout? Because I ain't getting no kind of cookout food.
It was great. I got to see my cousin and her beautiful daughter.
Oh, is it a new baby?
No, it's a 14-year-old, but she's
boo.
Don't boo my cousin, please.
I'm sure she's gorgeous, but like when people say like my beautiful niece, I'm thinking, oh my god, a new baby. Oh, it's an adult. Never mind.
No, she's beautiful, and also she just won an award for leadership that she wasn't even expecting.
Oh, so, the best leaders aren't expecting awards. They're just doing what they do best.
And she's super involved in all sorts of things. Like, she's a goalie for like hockey.
For hockey?
Yeah.
A black girl playing hockey.
Yes.
I like this girl. I like her.
Yeah. She's very just smart and funny and cute. So, yes. She's not a baby, but I remember when she was a baby, and she was even cute then.
Well, she sounds like a well-rounded teenager.
Yes.
I appreciate teenagers, especially girls, who like are multifaceted. They have varied interests, you know, especially ones.
Oh, and she also plays the violin and the piano.
Oh.
Yeah.
Love that. Yes, I love that. She gonna play hockey on Saturday, and then she's gonna give you a concerto on Sunday. You know, maybe do a little modeling on Tuesday. Lead the country on Friday. Like, I love that. She sounds great.
She is. And she's so sweet. My mom gave her a piece of jewelry, and she was all like, thank you. She was so humble and sweet.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
So, like, my cousin and her daughter came over, and also my aunt and uncle, and I just enjoyed them all. So, yeah. And also, we had a caramel cake. So, the thing about the caramel cake in our family is that my grandmother, Medea, who passed away a couple years ago, she used to make it, and it would always be a big deal because when you cook a caramel cake in a house that has 12 children in it,
you gotta cut them slices small.
Oh, and everybody wants their crumbs. Like, you cut the cake, and there's a little crumb left behind, and they're like, "Yes, I want my crumbs, please." And it's a caramel cake that my mom learned how to make, which it was not easy to learn how to bake that cake, because I remember when I have like such good memories of like Medea being in the house baking a caramel cake just for us, and I would ask her like, so I noticed that when my other grandmother would bake cakes, she had like recipes, but Medea didn't have a recipe for this caramel cake. It
Man,
was
the
like
best the best family
a
recipes,
handful of flour, a pinch of
man.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
best recipes rarely have an actual measurement. And
But
so
my
it's like,
mom, but my mom like watched and took
yeah.
notes, and
Yup.
she figured out how to make it.
That's
So
what
now
you
she's
have to
one of
do.
the few people in the world
Mhm.
who know how to bake this
Yeah.
cake.
If there's
And
like a really
yeah,
good, it's usually a dessert too. If there's like a really good family dessert that like one of the family matriarchs made all the time but didn't have it written down, someone has to sit there and watch them and document it, or it's gonna be lost to the family annals. Like that's our family with the with monkey bread. Now we have it written down somewhere, and I know I have it in like a text message log somewhere. Same with the drink we make. We've been calling it the wrong thing, but in our family we call it hot toddy. I have that recipe, and I have the monkey bread recipe somewhere. Cause the matriarch and the patriarch of the family, they getting up there in age, so it's like, okay, we gonna need this. To the point where like my dad, he's been divorced from my mom for like 20 years at this point, and he's still asking her for the recipe. And she's like, no, you're not part of the family anymore.
oh, this man.
Like, we give him a piece. Like, if we make some, we make sure that he still gets a piece during the holidays if he's available to get it. But like, you can't have the recipe, daddy. Like, you know, you can try to reverse engineer it all you want. Like, honestly, the secret recipe ain't even that big a deal. I'm still not going to reveal it, but like, it's one of those things where like, if you know your food and you eat it, you would figure out what makes our monkey bread better than most. And even we fuck it up sometimes. Like, we'll make monkey bread maybe 3 times over the holiday weekend, and it's only then. You only get monkey bread the week of Christmas into New Year's. And in that time, only 3 might be made, so you better get a piece then, because it's not going to be made again until the week of Christmas next year. And in those 3 batches, you might get like one perfect batch. You'll get one that might be like too soft. You'll get another one that might be a little too juicy. And then like you'll get one that's like perfect consistency. They're all good to me, but you'll always have the folks that's gonna complain. But you know, we still fuck up baking a perfect batch all these years later. But that's family. That's probably one of the best things about family, are just those like family traditions that you try to hang on to. And it's like, you don't even really try to improve it, honestly. It's like,
No,
if
so
it ain't broke, don't fix it.
So Medea's caramel cake, like the big debate now is like there's a couple people who think that they've got it. They've got it. And a big debate is like, okay, so which one really tastes like Medea's caramel cake? And everybody says that my mom does. My mom does the best.
There you go. Well, clearly it's gonna have to pass down to you.
Yeah, so
Miss
I gotta
Baker.
learn it. Yeah. Well, that's what my mom was saying, because like they came over and they're like, Fatima, what did you make? And I was thinking like, not me cooking most of the meals all year, and then y'all being like, what'd you cook on the day where like I didn't.
The one time I get to take a break from cooking and y'all asking me for something.
Right. And I was like, oh no, I'm not taking credit for any of this. This was them. All I did was chop some vegetables. I'm back to my position where I originally started as the chopper. But yes, I've been chopping vegetables since I was 12. So, but I always liked hanging out in the kitchen, because I like to eat, number one. Number two, I like talking, hearing all the stories that my grandmothers had to share. Like, yeah, those are some amazing women. I miss them. But also, like, because my other grandmother, like, did so much stuff from recipes and wrote stuff down. I still have some of her recipes and I use them, like, and it's so nice to be able to like cook a coconut cake that tastes like her coconut cake for my dad on his birthday. He's like, oh, this tastes like my mama's.
Yeah, that sense of nostalgia. Damn, I don't really have one of those when it comes to my mom. When I think of like, I want my mom's ex dish. I mean, maybe her spaghetti. I still make her spaghetti. No one makes spaghetti like her because it's, you know, borderline diabetic. But, you know, that, yeah, like, I don't eat other people's spaghetti at this point. I mean, there's that whole like voodoo kind of mentality anyway when it comes to spaghetti.
Yeah, which I thought, like, I'm amazed to hear other people speaking on it because I thought like that was just a thing that we heard about in our family, and now I'm hearing other people say it. And it's like, wait a minute.
I've only heard about that like within recent years. Because...
Yeah, that's I've been hearing that since I was a child in like the 80s. Like,
yeah,
but I thought that it was just our family thing, and now I'm starting to hear other people, and I was like, oh,
yeah, it's very much one of those kind of like, you know, witchcraftian type, get a man to fall for you type moves, and like
but the backfire can be real fucking fire.
Yeah, like my family doesn't have a whole lot of like the woo woo black women in it, so I didn't.
Mine doesn't either, but the context in which I always heard it was like when they see like a couple that they think is like mismatched, like they think that the man is too good looking to be with the woman. Ooh. Then they would like mutter some stuff under their breath about
Nah, it wasn't until I was like watching like YouTube that I would start hearing some of that, and I'm like, wait, what? And then I felt bad because in college I made spaghetti for a guy before, and I'm like, hopefully he didn't feel like I was like trying to put the moves on him or anything. Like literally spaghetti is just like, that was like the first dish I knew how to make, and not just like spaghetti sauce and noodles, like sauteing meat and all of that. So it was like a meat sauce, and I'm offering this dude spaghetti in my dorm and shit, and I'm just thinking like, I'm just have too much for leftovers, so let me invite my friend over to eat it. I think he had a crush on me though, so it's like, oh god, I'm accidentally feeding into shit. Cause he definitely had like invited me to stay at his dorm before. I was like, absolutely not. Like, ill. First of all, no, you have a roommate that I can sleep in my roommate's bed. You can sleep in my bed. I'm like, no, I'm good, thank you. We will watch the Avatar, and then you can just walk me halfway back to my dorm, because I'm not doing that. But anyway, yeah, the whole spaghetti thing was like, now I really have to make sure not to like offer that too flippantly. So now it's like spaghetti is usually only offered to like my female friends and like male relatives. And I'm always making the spaghetti the day of so they can see the ingredients. Like, we are in the store, I bought, like they see I bought the spaghetti, or like, you know, just so everybody feels safe. You know, you see these things. If I did not buy it in front of you, you see I am opening it for the first time in front of you. And the kitchen is open. You can see what I'm doing. No slick shit happening over here, I promise you. But
nah.
Yeah. That's the only thing I got from my mom is her it's very innocent spaghetti recipe. You know, if I were to taste somebody else's spaghetti, which will probably never happen, and it tastes like my mom's, I'll be like, oh my god, it's like how my mama makes it. But outside of that, yeah, there's no real nostalgic foods for me, I would say. My grandma wasn't, like, she cooked, but, like, not like that. My mom has horror stories of the foods my grandma would try to cook. She always put peanuts in everything. Always putting some kind of nuts in everything, almonds and shit, the crunchy peanut butter. the wheat bread back in the day that like had grains in it, so the bread was crunchy type stuff. I'm like, damn. I'm glad I ain't had to grow up banana back then. It was just hot pockets and waffles. Oh god.
No, both of my grandmothers were very good cooks, and my mother is a good cook too. So,
oh, you learned from the best.
Yeah, but also I'm a very picky eater, and I think I might have offended some of my aunts. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, that's the hardest part when you're a picky eater.
Well, also, okay, so I'm a picky eater, but also I have lots of like stomach stuff going on, especially when I travel. And so like very often, like I'm not hungry when I'm traveling because I'm blocked up. Like, but for you to like, but like some aunts like get really offended because I don't want to eat. Like I don't want to eat, and I don't want to talk about how like, look, I haven't shit in 5 days, and there's like, if I eat that way, where's it gonna go? Like I can see how I can get it in, but how am I gonna get it out?
And why is it always the aunts? Why do all the aunts always gotta be on you about what you do or don't eat and when you don't eat? It's never grandma. It's never the uncles.
No.
It's always the nosy ass aunties. Like, leave me alone.
Oh, I think they just don't respect your autonomy.
They don't. As an aunt, I
try bodily or otherwise.
I try to respect my niece's autonomy. Yeah. That girl can eat. Good lord. For an 8-year-old, that girl eats more than me. Oh, it is. I'm like, damn.
Healthy appetite.
She got a health, man. She's not too picky. I mean, she's still like, you know, I'd rather have chicken nuggets or pizza where we go out to eat. But like, I'll turn away, and this girl's already eaten half of an 11-inch pizza on her own. I'm like, girl. And then want another one for dinner 3 hours later.
Oh.
I'm like, wow. Okay. All right. That girl gonna be a monster when she's in her teenage years. Good lord. Gonna be like 6 foot, eating as much as her uncles.
Maybe she'll be an athlete.
Oh no, for sure. She plays basketball now.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. I thought she was gonna be a cheerleader, honestly, the way she like be all girly like her mom, but her dad played basketball in college.
You could be girly and sporty.
I know, but like I'm thinking of like how her mom is and what she might have tried to push her daughter towards, but
yeah, well, I have a super girly mom, and none of it really took. Like,
oh yeah, my mom dressed me in pink up until I could differentiate what the fuck pink was. And now I hate wearing it.
I like pink. Always loved pink, but also I will if I'm uncomfortable, like, you can just fuck it. I'm not wearing that.
I have to wear pink sparingly.
Also, I have to have clothes that move because, like, especially as a kid, like, I spent a lot of time like up in a tree. Like,
yeah, I need a skirt. I need a dress with rompers built in or something, because I'm gonna jump off something. You're gonna see these panties.
Yeah. I'm in a tree.
Yeah, even as an adult, I wore like an all pink outfit one time. Like recently, I wore like all pink and I felt so uncomfortable. It was a cute outfit. It just wasn't my normal aesthetic. Like I'm thinking like I need some purple in this, or like some lilac, some black, something. I just feel too girly.
I still love pink. I got this hat.
I mean, it's cute. Again, sparingly. I need black with it or something. I like that dichotomy of like masculinity and femininity coming together. So, you know, like maybe a pink halter top and some baggy cargo pants, like something like that. Or like I have pink combat boots with little angel wings. Love them. But like, yeah, all pink just made me feel like, don't think I'm this girly girl. I'm not. This just the outfit I had to. It's like I had to. I think I might have a picture of it, but yeah.
So, did I tell you how I've influenced my mom?
Food wise or TV wise?
Books wise, I've got her.
Oh yeah.
Books.
She was
Finally.
she was trying to take one of your books,
Yeah.
or she read one of your books
She
and
was
she
trying to take one
hated.
of my books, and I was like, no. I'm reading that. Yes, I've been reading that for 5 months, but
She said
I'm
you said she
reading
read one
it.
of the books. It was like she's a bitch.
And I was like,
I
you can
like,
have
oh.
this one. I said you can have Sula instead. And then she was like, she popped up like 2 days later and was like, Sula's a bitch. And like, I read most of the book, and like, yeah, she's eating these books like quickly, whereas I like took my time and only read them at night. She is eating them like all day. She's like,
I ain't got
this
nothing
is
else
so
to
good. And with no like breaks in between. She finished Sula. It like really messed her head up. Wanted to discuss it. We talked about it for a little bit, and then she was like, now give me Song of Solomon. I need a new book. And she is mowing down this book, and occasionally like texting me like, what the fuck wrong with this person? What the fuck wrong with that person? What the fuck wrong with this whole damn family? What's wrong with these people?
Oh god.
Yeah, but
oh wait, I never took a picture in that pink dress. I think I put it in my stories. Oh well.
so I need to finish off these last 50 pages because she's gonna come at me like real fast. She's gonna want Tar Baby.
Aren't you still reading Tar Baby?
I know, she tried to take Tar Baby from me.
Oh god.
Yes. Yeah, Tar Baby is in a full-blown relationship with the guy that's
the man in her closet.
Well, he was in somebody else's closet, but like, come to find out, he had been sitting up in her closet for weeks, staring at her while she slept, and trying to press his dreams into hers or some shit. And now they're in a full-blown relationship. They're in New York because they ran off to New York because shit went down at the main house. Like, there was a Christmas dinner where the white lady got slapped by the maid.
I need them to like adapt Tar Baby into a show just so I can see
the weirdness. Like, I've been waiting on the weirdness to show up like in full force. Like, and it has. There's definitely some weird things going on. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but there's like a very good reason why. Like, a lot of this story revolves around like this white lady inviting her son to Christmas dinner on the island. Mm-hmm. And like, you get every indication early on that son ain't talking to her, ain't responding, ain't coming to dinner. She's planning a big Christmas dinner anyway because she just really feels in her heart that he is going to show up. I'll spoil that part since it's not much of a spoiler. He ain't show up. And then like the big blow up at dinner was the reason why, and the maid, the black maid, like unleashing on them and telling everybody why. It was it has stuff to do with abuse, and you'll never guess what type of abuse.
Oh god.
So I'll just leave it there. You don't even you're not gonna guess. It's because it's weird.
Now I have to guess. Okay. This is abuse done to the son?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
By the mother.
Okay.
By the mother.
All right. The mother.
And people like either hiding it, because like she had help in like hiding what she was doing to the son, and also the father, her husband, just being like in denial to the point where you like you know, he thought he saw some shit, but then it was like, nah.
Okay.
Thought the kid was acting a little strange, and then it was like, that's just kids being kids. Kids be weird sometimes.
All right, I've got 3 weird ones. All right,
Okay.
One,
okay.
she's still trying to breastfeed him.
No, you're thinking Song of Solomon, because that was a thing that was going on in the book before this that I read.
Okay.
Which my mom has already gotten to that part and was like, "What the fuck? What's wrong with this lady? Like titty feeding a 13-year-old? What the fuck?"
Okay.
Okay, so that's not it.
It wasn't that. Okay. She had another child, like a daughter that died. Maybe it was his twin, and she dresses him up as a girl to be the child that she lost.
No, it's not that. That's not it.
Damn. Okay. I added a little razzle dazzle to that because that actually happened to a different character. Listen. This happened in an anime. Not as creepy. It was creepy enough. In Assassination Classroom, there is a character, one of the main characters. I forget his name, but he's the one that'll be on the posters with the blue hair. And he wears his hair in like little pigtails. He's already kind of like pretty looking, kind of effeminate. Like you watch the first couple episodes, you're like, is he a boy or is he a girl pretending to be a boy? Because this is anime and you get that shit a lot of the time. No, he is a boy. He just has a somewhat effeminate figure and face that he actually does not like because his mom wanted a girl and had him instead. So she makes him grow his hair long, which is why when he goes to school, he'll wear his hair up in a pigtail, and she'll like make him wear dresses to dinner. And the dad was against it, but the mom was so overbearing, he just divorced the mom and barely interacts with his son. Like I think him and his son would maybe meet up every so often for lunch and stuff, but like that also angered the son in the sense that it's like my dad abandoned me with my crazy ass mom who keeps making me try to do the things that she wants and be the girl daughter that she never had, and that's not what I want. But she gets crazy when I even so much as like say I don't like something, so I'm gonna just be quiet. And then he goes to school and folks are like, oh my god, you're so pretty, let's dress you up like a girl, which he had to do once because they were on a mission and he had to play like the honeypot, and there was like all the girls was like, yo, you're prettier than a lot of us and you're a guy, so you'll know how to like talk to a dude, put this dress on, put this outfit on and go seduce that dude. He didn't want to do it, but he had to do it for the mission. And then he had another friend who would like low-key imply that he should get a sex change. And he's like, nigga, it was a lot. Like they played a lot of it as like jokes, but like being me, I'm like, yo, leave this boy alone. Stop trying to give him like body dysmorphia. He's already dealing with shit with his mom. He knows what his gender is. Leave him alone, kind of thing. And like all of that pent up aggression actually worked in his favor because this was a class where kids were being trained up to be an assassin. And he was one of like the top assassins. Like he had this level of murderous intent that he could just hide to the last second that worked in his favor. He's a really good guy, I swear. He's actually a sweet kid at the heart of it all. He's just got a lot of shit he's dealing with, and somehow learning to be an assassin was like the best way to channel his murderous intent, which I thought was probably like the best like circumventing of a character, because he could have gone like full like villain when you learn his backstory, and to see that he's not and he's holding back, oh yeah, he became one of my favorite characters after that, because his friend, quote unquote, his name's actually Karma, he's the redheaded one. That nigga's a full psychopath. Unadulterated psychopath, is not hiding the fact that he loves that he gets to kill. I mean, they're not really killing nobody, but he loves that he's learning this. But that nigga's insane. Anyway, so that's where I got the idea of like the mom's forcing him to be a girl against his will. Also, highly recommend watch Assassination Classroom. It may or may not be on Netflix. I don't know. Okay, and then the last idea, she's trying to fuck her son.
Nah.
Okay, then I'm out of ideas, thankfully. But now I'm worried. Like, those were already 3 pretty fucked up ideas.
Yeah.
What is it?
She was just like pinching him, bruising him. The maid said something about putting pins in his booty.
Why?
Because she found his pain to be delicious. That was the word that she used. And she also cut him. And
okay, yeah, that is fucked up.
Yeah.
Girl, what? He found his pain delicious. What in the world?
Yeah, and also she resented him even as an infant for being needy, because
he's a baby.
Yeah, she resented him being a baby.
Did she not want kids?
She got married really young to an older man. Like, I think barely legal, and getting married to somebody who's a lot older than you.
That she didn't want to in the first place.
But she was rich. No, but she was poor but pretty, and this was her way out of poverty.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then having a baby, and then be like, I had this baby to satisfy this man, but now this baby won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no,
and can never be alone.
I get it. Like, it's not right, but it's not right, but like I get the psychopathy of where this is coming from, and her trying to exert some kind of control in her life, let alone over someone else, because she does not like this. Well, to her it's a thing. She does not like this person. That actually kind of happened.
She said, like, she stopped when he could tell on her.
I bet she did. Like I said, that sense of control.
Yeah,
that kind of happened.
Yeah, it was messed up.
And then, but then the audacity to be mad that they don't want to come home for dinner. Girl, I don't trust.
She's not mad. She's sad. She's like moping. She's
that
like,
too.
Yeah, but that was the last straw for.
She's only moping because she's like, oh, my pin cushion's not gonna be here.
The maid was like, like, how dare you ask anything from him? You know what you did to that boy.
Yeah.
Everybody was shocked, flabbergasted, and everything.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
There was another case. Would you believe
and it all came out because, like, they had fired. The white man had, like, flippantly stated, like, yeah, I fired so-and-so and so-and-so. So, like, other, like, workers who had worked there for years. And the maid, like, wasn't close to them or anything, but she just thought, like, that was really flippant the way that you just fired them, especially for their big thing that they did to get fired was steal some apples. Like, they stole some apples because they wanted to have some apples for their Christmas celebration, and he fired them for that. And he had, like, so much shit already. She was like, you didn't even need those apples. Like, that was what started it off, and slapped the white lady, revealed her secrets.
It was just the straw that broke the camel's back at that
point. that was it. And you got this man up in here. Oh, because the first closet, like, when he got busted, he happened to get busted being in the white lady's closet. The white lady assumed that he wanted to rape her. He was like, no, I don't want to rape you. Actually got my eye on somebody else, which is gross.
She's probably and for him to be like, no, I don't want you. She's probably like, excuse you? What do you mean you don't want me?
Yeah, it was a whole thing. You should read it for yourself. It was a whole thing. Yeah,
I could just imagine them being like, what do you mean you don't want me? I'm a white woman.
And the white man not feeling threatened at all, just thinking, like, he was more like amused. and then also like let him stay in the house because he was like, because he figured that the man could be useful. The man seemed to know something about some plants, and he got some like some like flowers that he was trying to get to blossom. He got them to bloom and everything. It was like, oh yeah, he's cool. He can stay in the house. It's fine.
The man that you found in your wife's closet can stay because you find him amusing.
Yeah.
That is how you get killed. What are you talking about?
And that's the other thing, that like these long-term servants, the butler and the maid, who are the uncle and the aunt of the tar baby, they're pretty much the people who raised her. I forget what she said happened to her parents or whatever, but like I think her mother died when she was young. And he gets to stay, this guy who slithered up out of closets, and then you found out like he had been living in the house for weeks. He gets to stay. You find him amusing, but you fired these other two over stealing some apples. And this dude has been stealing from you too, but you thought he was amusing. They're kind of thrown about things not making any sense.
I mean, this is also a man who's ignoring the fact that his son is being abused. So
yeah.
They not in the best mind state.
And now he feels really guilty because he
As you should.
Like he had seen bruises and shit, but he was like, nah.
The shit.
Kids would be kids. He must have felt. He would believe any story that she told him about like what happened to the baby.
The shit that
Plus,
rich people will let
like
slide.
she could cut him and stuff underneath his clothes, and because like he didn't do any of the parenting himself, it's not like he's gonna change that child's diaper or clothes ever. She could just do what she wanted, and if he happened to see something, she could just make up a story.
Until the baby could talk.
I'm young and beautiful. What you gonna say to me, old man? You lucky I married you.
She's lucky he married her.
Well, no, she's thinking I'm the good-looking one. You came and got me.
I mean, back in the day, women were just trying to get up on a better pedestal. It wasn't about like what you look like. It's about what that money look like. What kind of money you make. I can marry you. I can lay here, let you do what you need to do. It's not like you care about my pleasure anyway.
For a few years, I mean, we're at the point now where like they ain't slept together.
Well, he was already old when he married her. He probably can't get it up.
Well, they have separate rooms.
Yeah, he probably can't get it up. Oh, hey, Dogamus. You always coming in at the most random ass parts of our conversations.
Hi.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, honestly, it's not that wild if you were listening in context.
We were discussing a book.
Yeah, you know.
I feel like we're always discussing a book. Everybody should read more Toni Morrison, but only.
I mean, I feel like
I don't think so. I don't think there isn't, because like they shout ED meds, like meds for ED on the commercials here all the time.
He said it was wild out of context.
I know, but like you could be watching anything and then like, does your dick work? Like commercials just pop up in America. I don't know.
Personally,
where is Dogamus Prime? Is Dogamus Prime in the United States?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Personally, I would just like to say, I think at a point, just let your dick not work no more. That's me. I'm just saying. Like, you know, women, we go through menopause. Our eggs don't work no more.
Oh, that's crazy.
You don't see us complaining. I mean, that's only because we can still have sex and then we don't get pregnant. And then it's like, hell yeah. But you don't see, there's like no drugs out there to be like, hey, let's preserve your eggs longer. No more menopause.
Yes, there is. There's all of that.
No,
Ashley, what are you talking about?
No, I'm talking about commercials for that. The way there's erectile dysfunction.
You haven't seen, okay. So I haven't seen, but I definitely have heard like egg freezing commercials. Like
No, but that's egg freezing. I'm talking about keeping them still viable in your body.
Why would you need to do that?
I don't know. Why you still need your dick to work on your body? You can
Because
just freeze,
you like sex.
you can just freeze your sperm.
But because you like sex and you want to have sex.
What? Sex for fun? Are you
Yeah.
mad? No.
Yeah.
No.
People just want to have sex for fun. And
Men just want to have sex for fun. What about women? What about
women,
us? What about
women
us?
want to have sex for fun too. That's what I hear, that after like menopause, like it can dry out. That's why you get the lube.
I'm just saying, I don't see as many commercials targeted towards women having a solution to enjoy sex more in their older age than men.
That's because of purity culture and assumptions that women don't like sex, which is an erroneous.
So then who are these men getting the erectile dysfunction, the fucking medication for fucking? Other men? Because apparently women don't like sex.
So like I feel like the patriarchy's attitude towards women and sex is that you don't like it, but there's a couple of sluts out there. And everybody's just having sex with the sluts. Unless you can secure a woman of your own, and then
all of a sudden she's just gonna like sex forever because it's
yes, because you are so special. You're incredible. You're a big boy.
You're a big boy. Oh God, I
do feel like some of that for men, some of that it's like they're a child and they don't want you, they just want you to look at them. Like, look at me, I'm doing something. Are you looking? Look what
I can do. Look, I made my pee-pee hard. My pee-pee's hard. Come play with my pee-pee.
I told you about the men who've asked me, like, do you want to watch me snort cocaine? It's like, no.
Niggas, they talk about women wanting attention. Y'all are the biggest attention whores. Seriously. Y'all are just as starved for attention as women. Don't even play. Do
you want to watch me, like, go to basketball practice?
Want to watch me play Call of Duty?
No.
You know what I would watch? I will watch you play a story-based game. I'll sit down and watch you play Last of Us.
I won't do any of it. I feel like maybe you want a pet and you should just get one.
No, because if the pet don't show them enough attention, then they gonna feel away.
Okay, then you get a dog. You just
the same
don't
with
get
dogs.
Dogs are the most like.
No. Look, I was just listening to a podcast where a woman, they already had like a pretty chill dog, but the dog liked her more than her husband. It's not like the dog was biting at him or nothing, but clearly that dog had more affection for her. So he wanted to get his own dog. So he gets a dog that's like, I guess, more attentive to him, but he's working all the time. He's not always in the house. He's not the one actually caring for the dog, taking the dog for walks and shit like that. Leaving it up to the wife to now have to look after her work from home, their child. She's also pregnant with another baby. Her own dog is pretty chill, but she still gotta look after that dog. And now she got this wild ass dog that's digging up holes in her backyard and throwing up and shit. And she's trying to tell her husband, like, yo, do something about your dog, or we gonna have to give the dog away. Cause I'm not about to look after 2 dogs and 2 your big ass babies.
That's malicious.
And all because the dog they already had didn't show him enough attention. But it's like, nigga, you're not even home all the time.
Because you're not there.
Exactly. Exactly. And now you got a more energetic dog that, of course, is going to try to show you attention because they want attention from anybody because ain't nobody showing them no attention. And you can't even give it to them. Babies. You men are babies. Can't even take a common cold without fucking falling apart. Yes, Dogmas. That's a good lesson to take from it. Yes. Don't expect the bulk of your validation to come from others. Because you'll start doing some weird shit. You will.
End up in that dog hoarder house. Like, I just kept getting dogs until I got a dog that liked me.
Then get rid of the other dogs. Like, oh God.
You can't get fed.
Yes, you can. Give him up for adoption. Give him to a home that's going to take care of him.
Did you hear about the lady who, like, she had a sick dog, right?
Mm.
And then they were like, either you got to pay for this, you got to pay for him to have surgery.
Mm-hmm.
And the surgery's going to be $10,000. Or you got to put him down. And so she tearfully said, like, because she had already been paying money to, like, find out what's wrong with him. Yeah. And when she finally found out what's wrong with him and that she'd have to give up this $10,000 plus provide ongoing care, she was like, all right, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to put him down. And so, like, she gave him to the vet, believing that they were going to put the dog down. And then, about a month later, he pops up as for adoption.
Well, maybe somebody in the vet office was able to scrounge up $10,000.
Some shelter. I guess the vet went and did it. The vet did it for a shelter. The shelter paid the vet $7,000. They talked him down to $7,000, and then they were like giving him up for adoption. But they won't let that lady adopt him.
That's bullshit. That's not fair. Like, they could have tried to like help her come up with the funding.
Yeah, like, why didn't you say that you could? Well, I guess somebody else talked him down, so I guess, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I don't knock her for having to put the dog down, because, like, if without the surgery they were going to have a lower
quality of life,
yeah, then yeah, I'm going to have. It's the same with, like, humans. If they're on a ventilator or something, usually they'll have something in their, like, will or something that says, like, if I need to be on ventilation, whatever, just pull the cord type thing. Or sometimes even the family have to make that decision of, like, hey, based on what we're calculating, they are never going to wake up. You can continue the life support if you want, but you probably aren't going to get anything out of them. And they make that hard decision to be like, okay, well, based on your diagnosis, there's no point in continuing putting money into them, and they're not going to survive. Like, no one wants to have to make that decision. Right. Like, would you do that to a child if the family determined, like, we're not going to be able to afford this anymore? We'll have to take them off of ventilation, but then y'all find the money for the surgery type bullshit, and now the child's up for adoption? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's just weird. There's some weird games being played with pets. And also, like, the price of owning a pet. The price of owning a pet has, like, skyrocketed.
You might as well have a perpetual baby. Or at least a 15-year-old baby for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Or
for 20 years or however long that they stick around, because they don't stick around forever.
But it's like 20 years raising an infant.
And you also, take them out, like, it's gonna. Well, it depends on what kind of pet you have.
Anything that requires
cats, you don't have to take cats out. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't.
No, you don't. Yeah, that's fair. Cats are pretty
You just gotta scoop the poop.
Or get a machine that does it. I would get a machine that does it.
But you could end up with a $400 machine that the cat won't use. Have you seen cats respond to those machines? I saw one stand up on his hind legs and, like, put his paw out to look, and was like, oh, hell no.
I mean, it don't have to be like that, the one that looks like a fucking space shuttle out of Dragon Ball Z. It could just be something that's, like, for all intents and purposes, it looks like what the litter box the cat is used to. There's just, like, a motorized mechanism below it that does all the hard work, and I just take that and dump it type stuff.
It's really not that hard to scoop in the poop.
It's not. I just don't want to look at it. That's my thing. I don't want to look at it. So, like, it's like a diaper genie, but for litter. That's what I want.
But they do have those.
Also, they leave a lot of hair. I love, like, my friend, she has a cat, Sweet Cat. Sweet Pea is a sweet cat. But god damn it, I wear a lot of black.
Have you seen those hairless cats that look
Those
like a
are
sentient
ugly. They are
chicken
ugly.
breast?
Ugly.
I think they're ugly cute.
Ugly,
Like
wrinkled, fetus looking
I
things.
watched a channel with one of those hairless cats, and like if you keep staring at it, you get used to it.
No, I want fluffy. I want furry. But their hair gets everywhere.
Chicken breast cats, yes.
Like, I didn't even hold her cat. She just, like, just by virtue of her existing in this new house,
that cat.
her hair is everywhere, and I need fucking lint rollers and shit.
You just get a lint roller. Tish, 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 tish.
Also,
kitties are worth it.
I might be slightly allergic. I don't know. I think as long as dander doesn't get in my eye, I'm cool.
We had a cat that hid when people came over. And I had a friend who was allergic to cats, and she was like, her eyes were watering. And we asked her, like, and we didn't know she was allergic. She was like, we were like, are you okay? Because she was starting to sniffle, and eyes were getting all red. And she was like, is there a cat in the house? And I was like, oh, there's a cat in that chair that you're sitting in. He's under.
Yeah.
He would get into the recliner chair and just be up under it. Like, that was his hiding space.
That's me. Like, my eyes will start to water. I might start sniffling, but it's hard for me to determine just yet if it's me being allergic to cats or me being allergic to just new things introduced to my environment in general. Because I can sometimes go home and be allergic to my mom's house, and it could just be she's using a new kind of detergent or something. Like, I can get allergic just not being in my house.
Are you just highly allergic to stuff? Like all types of stuff?
Not all types of stuff. It's just I need to be like slowly introduced to like new danders and stuff kind of thing. It's like my body will just sometimes react to new shit. You know, God forbid I have a boyfriend, I break out in hives from him. My body's like, ew, what is touching us? What?
No. Yeah.
That's happened to some people. There are some people allergic to their own sperm. That's wild. Like, every time they ejaculate, they get sick. That's crazy. Can you imagine? Oh my god. That sucks.
Yeah, that does suck.
Every time you come is like, ugh. You just throw up or something.
The burning.
Burning, you throw up, you're nauseous. You know, like, it's already bad if your partner is allergic to your sperm. It's even worse if you yourself are allergic to your own sperm. That sucks. I mean, having an orgasm is probably the best thing you can do for free. And by yourself, you can't even do that.
Damn.
Oh god, yeah. So we'll find out if I'm allergic to sperm or not. Maybe one day.
Yikes.
That would suck. Yeah, I will, man. I was like, I knew I should have stayed single. This ain't do nothing but give me a rash. I'm done.
Wow.
Oh god, then I can finally just tell people, I'm like, I'm allergic to men. Literally. So stop asking why I'm single. And don't ask me to date women, because I don't want women like that. Thank you very much. People be so quick to try to pair you off.
What's that about?
I don't know. Something about seeing attractive people with not being with somebody just... It unnerves people for some reason. They think there's something wrong with you. If you're single and they perceive you as hot, they're like, what do you mean you're not married and got like 5 kids by now? You're 30. But you're attractive. That doesn't make any sense.
Does it? I mean...
I'm just saying, that's how they seem to try to parse it in their mind. I mean, Lenny Kravitz has been celibate for 9 years.
Yeah, and he's a man. Imagine if you date men. I mean...
A hot man at that. He's a hot man in his 50s. It's like, yeah, I haven't fucked in 9 years, because...
Well, okay. Oh, maybe a rich man understands that, like... dating is not a risk-free endeavor.
It's not.
If you are a woman,
you can get
or
anyone you want.
if you are,
So I chose
or
no
if
one.
you are a rich man, because
or what's her name? Old girl from Blackish. Auntie Lindsay Ellis. Is it Lindsay Ellis?
Tracy
Ellis, my
Ross.
bad. Who the fuck is Lindsay? Tracy Ellis. She's like, what, in her 50s, late 40s? I mean, she got a man, but she's just not married to him. Cher.
Yeah.
You know, she's dating young men, not marrying them. Like, Cher's gone on record saying, like, no, I don't need a man. I just want one.
But wasn't she married to one?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
she already did the thing.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like once you, like, get married, have the kid, and then get divorced, people leave you alone because you've already done everything.
She didn't even get divorced. Her husband died.
Either way, divorce, death,
Well, I say that to say, like, divorce is to say, like, I don't want to be with this person anymore. She still wanted to be with her husband.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, once you do all of the things in the order in which you are supposed to do them, then people can leave you alone. But also, I just keep waiting for people to leave me alone, even though I refuse to do
You haven't done the thing. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I agree with you. It's like, I did all the things people said I'm supposed to do, and now I've seen both sides. I've been married, I've been single. I prefer single. And Cher is one of those few people who can really stand on that. You know, she's seen as attractive. She was married. They were both successful in their own rights. She was married to him until he unfortunately passed. So it wasn't even like, oh, I divorced him because I was just so in my singlehood. I love this man. This man died. And I just don't feel the need to get married again. I've experienced that. It didn't necessarily make my life any more better than just having a boyfriend. So I'm gonna just have me a 30-year-old boyfriend because all the men my age are dead or don't look as cute. And I still look cute. And I deserve cute things in my life. And it's like, I mean, it's Cher. You know?
Right.
Like, if Cher says you don't need a man, I think her life has shown that she don't need a man. But people get so mad when you say that. And it's like, it's not to say that men are not needed. I think it's better to be wanted than needed, personally. Like, you can live your life and be fine. But I being in your life makes it that much better. I'm not necessarily going to add anything significant, life-changing, financially maybe. But emotionally, spiritually, I just make your life a little better just being there. That is such a compliment. I want to be wanted, not needed. But it's a lot for a lot of men to unlearn, because that's what they've been taught in this society. Is like, if you ain't a provider, you ain't necessary, kind of thing. And it's like,
look, I just know that I'm not gonna watch you snort cocaine. So
that is not fun. That is not a skill that you can put on LinkedIn. Like, the fuck is that going to do for me? Why do I want to watch you do that? What? You dated some weird guys.
Oh, those aren't even the men I've dated. Those are just.
Oh God. I can only imagine the ones you've dated.
Yeah. But we don't have time for that, because we got to wrap this up, because I got to go.
Are you cooking tonight?
I'm not. I cooked last night, which means that we are eating leftovers.
Woo! Yeah, I need to warm up some leftovers my damn self.
Yes, we have leftover orange chicken and a cucumber salad and some roasted squash.
So healthy. I need to make some broccoli.
Yes,
Whoa.
and it's almost time to, like, harvest the garden, because we planted the garden a couple weeks ago and it's looking really fresh and healthy, and it's almost time to go in there and get the first round of the lettuces.
Oh. Well,
yeah.
I likely will not be here next week. I'm going to Vegas to
Ooh.
see. I'm going to see my friend that I haven't seen in a few years. So it's gonna be
Okay.
like her first quote unquote like break in a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I can get one of the earlier flights back, then we can do the show. But I don't know because I'll be on standby. But
All right. Well, I will hit you up on Saturday, and I will ask you if we're on, and you can tell me then.
you won't know till Sunday morning.
Okay, then Sunday morning, I'll ask you,
Yep.
are we on? And then you
Yep.
can say yes or
Yep.
no, and
Yes.
either one is fine.
Yes.
What I can't do with is
Yeah.
maybe.
By the time you
Good.
text me, because I think there's like what, a 3-hour difference or something between here and Nevada or something. So by the time
Yeah.
you text me, if I don't respond within like 5 minutes, I'm either already on the flight or I'll respond to you.
Ugh. Okay.
You'll have your answer in a timely manner, one way or another.
Okay. Okay, good.
All right. Well, I have been Ash,
And I've been Fatima.
and this has been
Fatash.
Bye.
Goodbye. Mike, turn it off.
You know, Mike.
All right, well, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna leave the studio.
Okay. See ya.